The Indianapolis Colts 2025 draft is done, and how did Chris Ballard do? My name's Tyler, here with my brother Ryan, and we will tell you here in a second our opinions on the 2025 Indianapolis Colts draft. But before we do that, Ryan is getting married here in a couple of weeks, so send him an early wedding day present by hitting that subscribe button, leaving a like and a comment. Let us know what you think of the Colts draft. And Ryan, let's pull up the Colts draft here. Starting off, tight end Tyler Warren. Then they go JT Tuimoloau, edge rusher out of Ohio State. Then Justin Walley, cornerback out of Minnesota in the third round. Jalen Travis, offensive tackle out of Iowa State, who's just a mammoth of a human being, 6'8", 340.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a fullback for them in special situations here. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Then DJ Giddens in the fifth round, running back out of Kansas State. Then QB Leonard out of Notre Dame, and then defensive tackle Tim Smith out of Alabama. And wrapping things up, Hunter Wohler, safety out of Wisconsin. So I think to me, like one of their big issues is what was the tight end spot. And they got a tight end in the first round, Tyler Warren. I thought they got a good edge rusher in JT Tuimoloau. And if I go look at this draft compared to then to what they did in the rest of free agency, they are heavy on the secondary side. They got Javarius Ward, they got Cam Bynum, really dressing that secondary overall, and so it's good to get some other younger guys. They even got Corey Ballantyne too, from Green Bay as well. Got some younger edge rusher guys to fit their 4-2 type defense as well, with JT, and then even some defensive tackles as a whole. I think they just did a solid job. Kind of have to wait and see. Curious to see then too as well how DJ Giddens does, as he'll be an interesting complement. I think to Jonathan Taylor. They traded for Khalil Herbert, or not trade. Did they trade or pick him up? I think they traded.
They might have just picked him up. I
They
don't
might have
know.
picked
If
him
they
up.
traded for him, it was like a conditional
It was
seventh or
maybe a
something.
seventh or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but I think he would be a good compliment overall to Jonathan Taylor. What I'm going to be curious on, and really this is more just for the Indianapolis Colts as a whole, is more just that quarterback spot. Because it's funny watching day 3 with Dad, who is a Colts fan, and he's like, "Are they going to take Shador here? Are they going to take Shador here?" And Dad's not the biggest fan of the quarterback room as a whole right now
Yeah.
in Indianapolis. And I think there was some merit now if he just kept falling to potentially taking him there, but maybe we'll have to kind of wait and see. But in general, though, I thought this was a solid draft overall. Not too many sexy picks, in my opinion, but it's also that wasn't that kind of draft. Ryan,
No.
what was your overall thoughts on the Colts 2025 draft?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they did a good job. I like the Tyler Warren and JT Tui pick. I think both of those guys are like that. They were taken right where they should be. They're going to be day one contributors here for the Colts. I'll skip over Justin Walley because that one kind of came out of nowhere. I remember watching that with you. I was like, I know who this guy is, but like he was not anywhere close to being graded out here. But I like the Jalen Travis pick. I think that's good. They need offensive linemen. DJ Giddens is a good running back. I know Dad's opinion on maybe taking a chance on Shador, but I do like Leonard and what he brings to the table. He's shown solid progression throughout his college career, and maybe there's something to develop there. At the end of the day, you're taking a day 3 quarterback, and 19 times out of 20, those guys don't end up being anything.
I think him. Well, I'll get to that here in a second. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Finish your point.
but Tim Smith, I felt was good value. He's a little bit of a bigger run stuffing defensive tackle, and Hunter Wohler, again, you're taking a 7th round safety. So at best, I think he'll contribute on special teams this year. I really like this draft. I just don't understand the Justin Walley pick. I don't know where that came from. I was critical of who was the guy that I just in the video, was it the Jags pick?
The Jags
Caleb Bransaw. I was like, I don't understand that one either. So I don't know what it is with these like 3rd round corners here, but I felt like there were better options on the board at that point. And I don't know, it was just odd to me.
Yeah, I could see that, especially too if you go look at kind of maybe what this team is looking to do is like, because they're kind of, especially if you're the front office and even Shane Steichen, be like, no, like our team needs to win now. Like our fan base is getting upset.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee's upset, and I would say kind of rightfully so. You know what's going on with this team here, and I think one area that they didn't really address is the receiver room as a whole. Now they've invested a lot of younger picks,
Yeah.
and it's already a pretty young receiving room, so I can understand that. But at the same time, though, too, it may be, to be fair to the receiving room, questionable quarterback play also over the past couple of years as well. So maybe we don't fully know how well this receiving room could be, and so there is a yin and yang in there. But they did get Tyler Warren. They massively improved the tight end room, which is the most
Yeah.
important part. And so I think for them, that's going to be really kind of how this draft hinges. Because to your point, there's a couple guys here who I think who are questionable. Some guys that'll help contribute overall, but some guys will probably never and that's to my point to Riley Leonard. It's like Riley Leonard to me, Will Howard, Quinn Ewers, Curtis Rourke, maybe even Shador Sanders, and I'll even throw Dylan Gabriel in there and Jalen Milrow also. Like those are going to be guys to me. Like we're not going to be. I don't think we're going to be. Knock on wood. Clip this if I'm wrong. I don't think we're going to be talking about those guys after this video. If I'm being completely honest, it's right. Those are later day quarterbacks where guys they need a backup quarterback, or maybe they can develop a guy. Who knows? Maybe he can pan out. I'll have to wait and see. But I get it. I get why you go and do that. Like get another guy in the quarterback room. And
We'll
so,
just
but
see if he turns
we'll
into
just have to see.
something. Yeah. But that's where like Jacob Parrish and Noel Williams were still on the board there. But when Justin Walley was picked, I would not had any issues with that. But yeah, I felt like the Colts got better. You mentioned the wide receiver room. I actually don't know if they should have invested in the wide receiver room, maybe on a late day 3 pick. I know they've invested in the offensive line, but they just lost Will Fries and Ryan Kelly. They have Tanner Bortolini and Matt Goncalves kind of slotted in to fill in those spots. So maybe they're comfortable with those guys. I just would have liked to see maybe some depth there. Wyatt Milam, I felt like would have been a really solid pick there at what would that have been? Pick 80 in the 3rd round. So instead of Justin Walley, I personally feel like that would have been a good pick. He's going to kick into guard. He could be that right guard for you, or maybe even play center. But maybe they're comfortable with those guys. Those are guys we haven't seen a whole lot of. So hopefully they can figure out that offensive line after losing those players. So
that's fair.
We'll just have to see. I would give this draft, since I'm waiting day 2 picks, maybe a little bit more. And I don't really like the Justin Walley pick. Maybe I'll do a B-, just because I felt like they got good value with Tyler Warren, JT Tui, and then they got some good players on day 3. But I'm just missing the value there with Justin Walley. They did make 8 picks, so it puts them a little bit above. I think some of those, some of the other drafts. But I just am struggling with the Justin Walley pick.
Yeah, I understand. I'll go B. I think it was a solid draft. I have to kind of wait and see. I think there's some guys that they can go and develop. Like they have their starting lineup now. You know, especially after getting Tyler Warren, and then so they have depth pieces with guys like JT, with like Jalen Travis, like DJ Giddens. So hopefully those are the guys that can go and develop even more. And then when certain guys age out or certain contracts come up, then they're like, hey, we've been developing these guys, just like Matt Bortolini and or is it Pat Bortolini and then Matt Conclave?
Tanner Bortolini and then
Tanner
Matt
Bortolini.
Goncalves. Yeah,
exactly. So we'll have to wait and see. I thought it was just a good, typical Colts draft.
Yeah. So let's go ahead. Let's wrap up this video here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. That is the best way to help out the channel. While down there, leave a comment on what you thought on the Colts 2025 draft class. Do you love it? Do you hate it? What would you have done differently? Then that we'll see you guys next time.